Well, Superman has his Fortress of Solitude, and Bruce Wayne, he's got the Bat Cave, and me, the Menzoid, I've got the Menzoid Man Cave. It's a place where we like to sit back, chill out, talk about the issues of the day. And as a guest for the very first time in the Man Cave, I have Toronto Sun ace columnist Mike Strobel. Welcome aboard, sir.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, Dave?
Great, Mike. Great to have you. And, well, hey, folks, you might have heard, it's official. Justin Trudeau is in the race for the Liberal leadership. And Mike, you just penned a recent column about, what did you call it, the condition
Trudeau-mania.
Trudeau-mania
2, actually, is what it is. Kind of like malaria. It's kind of a disease, one of those diseases that kind of keeps coming back, you know. But I kind of dressed for the occasion, knowing that we'd be talking about Trudeau and trying to get into Trudeau. Here, have a little sniff.
Oh, that's the real thing, not plastic, folks.
This is the whiff of Trudeau-mania. Get used to it.
Now, listen, here's the big question. A lot of people are saying this guy can actually win the Liberal leadership. And I don't know, Mike, I don't see much substance there. In fact, I don't even know what he stands for. I think he's pretty vacuous, to tell you the truth.
Well, and it's not just the Liberal leadership, David. There's a poll out last week that says he'd win the Prime Minister's job if he was the leader of the Liberal Party and an election was held now, he'd win. He'd be the Prime Minister. So it's not just, we're not just talking about Liberals having a little fun and kind of playing around with a kid. This guy could be theoretically Prime Minister.
Well, Mike, of course, the only polls that count are the ones on election day.
Exactly, which is 2 years, thank goodness.
Oh, but that seems outrageous to me, the fact that the Liberals could go from third-party status to actually forming a government based on Justin Trudeau's charisma?
And his name. Don't forget, the Liberals have kind of yearned for the second coming of Pierre Trudeau for 20 years, and they seem to have found it in his son. And there's no denying. I met them both. I met the son, obviously, and I met the father when I was a student in Ottawa. And there's no question. There's a charisma there that politically will translate into votes. The problem is once they're voted in, that's when that's when the trouble starts. His dad had kind of an intellectual kind of weight to him. Whether you agreed with his stance or not, he had that weight. The son, is basically like a big goofy puppy.
Oh, and he's had to make some real mea culpas, speaking in the third person about Quebec separation. That was kind of embarrassing. And then with the guidebook, the Canada Guidebook, calling honor killings and female genital mutilation barbaric. And if you recall, he said, how dare we use such insensitive language? Insensitive language on honor killings?
Well, see, I think Justin's problem is a little bit like his dad. Sometimes he talks before he thinks. Even the outburst with Peter Kent in the House of Commons, over the environmentalist conference, as I recall. It's just not thinking about what just kind of, which is what puppy dogs do. They just kind of yap and sort of out of the blue, and they don't really kind of think about what they're going to say. Now, having said that, Justin is a likable kid, but do you want a likable kid as the Prime Minister of the country? That's the problem.
That's the point I make. Speaking of puppy dogs, what other dogs are in this race, Mike? I've heard Marc Garneau perhaps as a contender. Yep. Who else has a shot at this?
Well, and here's an interesting thing for you. Deborah Coyne is, I think, one of the only declared candidates. Well, if I've got my family tree right here, I think Deborah Coyne is Justin's stepmother, I think, or something.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm looking forward to that first. If there's a debate, and if Justin and Deborah are on the I'm kind of looking forward to that debate. That would be very
that's going to be an embarrassment of riches for a columnist like you, eh, Mike?
Well, for starters, they'd be probably the only two candidates who saw Pierre Trudeau naked, I would imagine.
Yeah, but Justin has responded to criticism about his famous surname, and he said that for the Liberal leadership race, he will drop his surname Trudeau, and he's chosen another name, Credible. Justin Credible.
There you go. Good luck with that.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, Mike, so happy to see you back in the Man Cave. And once the leadership race gets going, we'll have you back and get your observations in.
My pleasure, David.
You keep smelling that rose. At least something smells like a rose on this show, right, folks? And don't touch that dial. We'll be back with more Menzoid Mornings right after